right, man, let's talk about John Morton. He has a big uphill battle being the offensive coordinator with the Lions. I mean, the Lions was at the near top category. Will the Lions improve their offense as far as personnel-wise? And some people think they don't need to bring somebody else in. And I beg to differ. They need to bring it in do what the Rams did for Matthew Stafford. They made it where it was going to be hard for him not to win the championship with that team. And I think it's the same thing for Jared Goff. And people say, it wasn't Goff's fault. They scored 31 points. Y'all looking at the points. Watch the game. Jesus Christ. I hate people that just look at statistics. Watch the game. Points don't tell you everything. You could score a bunch of points and the game can already be out of reach. That's what I'm trying to say. You could tell people who go off statistics and people who don't know how to watch or comprehend what they're watching or understand what they're watching. It was about situational football. Once again, I'm going to repeat this again. I know people ain't going to listen. 3rd and 2 years in a row, but I'm going to talk about last 3rd and 2. You go empty set on 3rd and 2. I ain't got to worry about Goff running. Ain't no running back there. Why would you do that? He don't fumble that ball and they score a touchdown more than likely. You go up 14-3. Washington in a whole different panic mode at that point. Now you got momentum. It's easy when it's 7-3 and Goff fumbled the ball. Now you like, shit, we got house money. We go down here to score. We got them on their heels. He come back, throw a pick 6. Fuck they got to do with scoring 31 points. At that point, the game was over. I turned it off. It was 3-7, and it went to 20. It went to what? 17-7. Real quick. That's the game. Honestly, that was the game. So it's going to be interesting to see if John Morton understands situational football better than Ben Johnson. Will they have the gaudy numbers or the beautiful numbers that they have? Probably not. I want to see what else he's going to bring to the table. And I think, leaning on that run game even more. I feel like, with Ben Johnson this year, they got away from the play action game. It seemed like they wasn't as, maybe teams were more prepared, but it's going to be interesting to see how they build on that. It's going to be interesting to see what is his philosophy going to be? Balance. Is he going to be more of a screen guy? Is he going to bring some complexity to the run game? Is he going to get back to basics? Are they going to be more efficient? Are they going to bring him another toy? I feel like they should golf-proof the offense. I go get like I said, I go get Tyreek for a year or two. Champion. And people say, well, I don't really care for what he did. Man, that's receivers. All great receivers instead of a handful of them. Hey, T.O., Randy, all them little loco. You had, your Calvins and your Marvin Harrisons and your Larry Fitzgerald. Those are the outliers. Your Herman Moores. Those are your anomalies. The trend is Antonio Brown. The trend is Tyreek Hill. The trend is Odell Beckham. The trend, is a Randy Moss. The trend is a Terrell Owens, a Chad Johnson, a.k.a. Ocho Cinco. Those are usually your receivers. They usually flamboyant. So, that's me personally. But I think really if he, lean on his running backs, a little bit more and then get the play action going and just keep some of the concepts they had, I think that's pretty much it. And number one thing I keep hearing in the comment section, they're not using J-Mo enough. They're not throwing it to J-Mo enough. And, when you got Laporta, you got St. Brown. St. Brown is going to be this, he's going to be the straw that started the coffee. That's just what it's going to be. So, So I'm very interested to see, what twist, and obviously they want to keep some of the same, lingo. And I think he was here when they installed this offense too. So I kind of want to see where they go with it at. Me personally is just understanding situational football and not trying to outsmart yourself. I think, leaning on that run game as much as possible. And, obviously, what's so funny is when Montgomery went down, they really upped the usage of Jahmyr Gibbs in the passing game. So I like to see Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs get a lot of usage in the passing game. I like to see them, but honestly, I think the offensive line is going to be some questions there. Honestly, Taylor Decker is still going to be here. That is what it is. But at guard, talks to them. They might not bring back Seifert. They might not bring back. They could cut Graham Glasgow. Honestly, most people feel Chris Mahogany is ready to step in, and he did well in a few games. So at that point, are they ready for Manu to jump in at right guard? I doubt it. You probably go Mahogany, Decker, Mahogany, Ragnow, Graham Glasgow, and Sewell, and see how that worked next year. And if that worked pretty well, then you probably gonna kick. Graham Glasgow bring a lot to the table because he plays center and guard. So they're gonna give Manu a few years. He's a guard prospect, so they really ain't got too many good tackle prospects neither, though. That's the crazy thing about it. But honestly, I want to see where he build up on his offense. I think, seeing what they did, he was a passing game coordinator. Seeing what they did in Denver last year with Bo Nix, I think if he's smart, he's coming in finding ways to really, run the football. Creative ways to run the football. And then, for the most part, maybe get them another big target or, bring back Tim Patrick or something like that. But, yeah, I want to see what his imprint is going to be on this. I really do. But, yeah, but it's a lot of eyes going to be on him. I think if he can just be, better in situational football than Ben Johnson. And if he could just keep it, just keep it, run, play action. For the most part, that's your base, your offense, and then you play off that screens. Then you do some trick plays, or then you do some, outside zone stretches, or then you do some of the things they did last year going over the middle. So, but one thing I loved about Ben Johnson was that he was constantly installing new plays throughout the season. He was constantly installing things. And like I said, a lot of people going to be gunning for him in Chicago. Well, I didn't say this. A lot of people going to be gunning for him in Chicago based on how foolish he tried to make a lot of these people look with these trick plays. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm interested to see what John Morton does with the Lions offense. I want to see what type of touch he put on there. And how they can keep the ball rolling. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description, the link tree. Find me everywhere from X, Spotify, Amazon, Spotify, everywhere, wherever I'm at. My other channels. Peace.